everyone, welcome to physics classes. I am Sarabdeep Kaur Sidhu, assistant professor in physics at S. Government College of Science, Education and Research, Ground, Ludhiana. In the previous lecture, we have derived the relation between omega and k. We have derived the relation between omega and k, which is called dispersion relation. So we derive omega is equal to 2 under root beta by m sine of k by 2. And when we put the value of under root beta by m, it comes out to be omega is equal to 2 v naught upon a sine of k by 2, where k is the wave vector, omega is the frequency, a is the periodicity of the lattice, or we can say lattice constant, or we can say the distance between the two nearest neighbor atoms. Then what is v naught? V naught is also constant, and that is the velocity of sound in a solid. Clear? So this is our derivation, which is called dispersion relation. Now in this lecture, we will draw a graph between omega and k. Clear? And discuss this graph. So case first, for longer wavelengths, when wavelength is longer, or for low frequency, So we know that k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. So when lambda is large, k is small. So when lambda is very, very large, we can say lambda is approaches to infinity, we can say k approaches to 0. So, or we can say k approaches to 0. So when k approaches to 0, what about the values of omega? Because we have to plot a graph between omega and k. And all values are constant. 2 is constant, v naught is constant, a is constant. So the graph depends upon the values of sine. Clear? So when k approaches to 0, what about sine of k by 2? Sine k by 2, when k approaches to 0, k by 2 also approaches to 0. So this is equal to k by 2. So put here, omega is equal to 2 v naught upon a, k by 2. 2 goes with 2, a goes with a. This is equal to v naught k. So omega comes out to be v naught k. So from this, v naught is constant, or we can say omega is directly proportional to k. So graph will be linear. So graph between omega and k, that is like this. Okay? This is that portion of the graph. This is not like, because sine curve is like sinusoidal, like this. Clear? And omega have only positive values or negative values if sine curve is like this, like this. And we neglect negative portion because of the values of omega are always positive. Okay? So if we neglect this, and this is upward. Okay? So graph will be like that. But graph is not like this. From this up to this, the graph is a straight line. Like this. This is a portion, this is a straight line. In positive axis also, in negative axis also, because omega is directly proportional to k. Clear? Now what about phase velocities and group velocities? Yes. What is phase velocity first of all? Phase velocity, or we can say wave velocity. Or phase velocity. What about this? This is the velocity of a single wave of definite wavelength. Clear? And what is group velocity? Group velocity is the velocity of a wave packet. Wave packet means suppose there are two waves having different frequency. If two waves superimposed each other, then a modulated wave is formed. Which wave is formed? Modulated. Which form is modulated? And the velocity of the envelope, like this. If like this. If this is a modulated wave, this is a modulated wave time, and here is the displacement or amplitude, maximum value is amplitude. So two waves superimposed, the graph is like this. So this envelope, this is a envelope. When two waves of different frequencies superimposed each other, modulated wave is formed, and the velocity of the envelope is called the group velocity. Clear? So group velocity is the velocity of a wave packet, group of waves, or velocity of this envelope, Vg. And phase velocity, this single wave, this is V or wave velocity. Clear? So these are the definitions, or we can say concepts of phase velocity and group velocity. Now from this we can find out also mathematically, we know that what is phase velocity? Vp, that is equal to omega by k, that is equal to omega by k. So from this is omega is equal to V naught k. So omega by k is V naught. Omega, from this omega by k is V naught. Clear? So phase velocity is equal to V naught. Clear? Now group velocity Vg, that is equal to derivative of omega with respect to k, or we can say delta omega by delta k when delta k approaches to 0. So this is group velocity. Derivative of omega, omega is V naught by k. So d by dk of V naught k, k is the wave vector. Here, so this is also equal to V naught. So Vg and Vp, they are equal, or Vp and Vg, they are equal in the case when k approaches to 0 for longer wavelengths. Okay, and from graph we can also find out the values of Vp and Vg. See how we can find omega by k. So here if angle, this is any angle phi or theta. So from this we can find out at this point we want to find out the phase velocity. So from this to this we can find out omega, from this to this we can find out k. So omega by k, that is the phase velocity. And what about group velocity? For group velocity, at this point we draw tangent, and tangent is also a straight line. Okay? And group velocity will also be omega by k. So from graph we can also say that group velocities and phase velocity up to this is equal to are same. Clear? So when group velocity and phase velocity is same, then there is no dispersion. There is no dispersion. Medium is non-dispersive. Or we can say that the lattice behaves like a continuum. The lattice behaves like a continuum. So that's why I am writing here continuum. So up to lattice behaves like this. And the graph, atoms are very close to each other like this. Atoms are very close to each other like this. Atoms are very close. Clear? So on. It proceeds so. And so this is the A. So lattice behaves like a continuum. Then second case second. This is case when k approaches to 0. Case second, when wavelength is small, or we can say for smaller wavelengths. For smaller wavelengths, k is not equal to 0 here, because wavelength is smaller, k will be large, and frequency is high. Frequency is high. Okay. So now we find out omega is this. What about Vp? Vp is equal to omega by k. And from this, the derivative of omega by k. So omega 2 V naught upon A sine of k by 2 into divided by this k. K is a wave vector. So this is phase velocity. And what about group velocity? that is d omega by dk, and that is equal to d by dk of this. So this is equal to 2v0 upon a. The derivative of sine is cos of k by 2, and what is नाल की मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा a by 2. ठीक है. So a goes with a, 2 goes with 2. So v0 cos of k by 2. This is vg. This is vg. So this is vp. This is vg. Vp and vg are not equal. They have different values. So vp is not equal to vg. So medium is dispersive. Medium is dispersive. So in the second case, when smaller wavelengths, medium is dispersive. And the curve between omega and k, this is for a non-dispersive medium. It is like this or like this. And then it depends which velocity is more, Vg is more or Vp is more, then the dispersion is normal or anomalous. Clear? Because from this curve it shows that the value of omega over k and value of d omega by dk, because tangent to this curve, they will be different. So medium is dispersive here. Clear? This is the second case. Now we come to the third case. Yes, third case. Third case, when omega is equal to 2 under root beta by m, or we can say omega is equal to, for frequency, omega is 2 v0 over a. ठीक है जी? Yes. When the value of omega is maximum, I write here omega maximum. I write here omega maximum. When the value is maximum, when the value of sine k by 2 is 1. When value of sine k by 2 is maximum, that is 1. When this value is 1, then omega is equal to 2 under root beta by m. 2 under root beta by m or 2 v0 over a. Clear? So when frequency is this, and that's why I am writing here maximum frequency. So this is a maximum frequency is 2 under root beta by m or equal to 2 v0 by a. Here, this point. Okay. So when omega is equal to this, put here. So we get sine k by 2, that is equal to 1. And when is sine 1? Sine of theta, for theta 90 degree. So, or we can say that sine of k by 2, that is equal to sine of pi by 2, 90 degree. ठीक है जी? और k by 2, that is equal to pi by 2. Clear? Or we can say that 2 goes with 2, k is equal to pi by a. K is equal to pi by a. Or lambda. We know that lambda is 2 pi by k or k is 2 pi by lambda. When k is pi by a, put here 2 pi by k. Pi by a. Pi goes with pi, or lambda is equal to 2a. Means k is equal to pi by a and lambda is equal to 2a in this case. ठीक है जी? And now we find out group velocity and phase velocity. Group velocity and phase velocity. Phase velocity or wave velocity, that is omega by k. So 2 v0 from this over a into sine of k by 2 k. ठीक है जी? Now the value of k is pi by a. So sine is 1. This is 1. So 2 v0 upon a into k. Pi by a. A goes with a. 2 v0 over pi. So Vp is equal to 2 v0 over pi. 2 v0 over pi. What about Vg? What about Vg? Yes, Vg is derivative of omega with respect to k. So when we derive this, 2 v0 upon a cos of k by 2 multiplied by a by 2. A goes with a, 2 goes with 2. That is equal to v0 cos of k by 2. And Vg. And k is pi by a. ठीक है? K is pi by a. Pi goes with pi. So, pi by a goes with a. Cos of pi by 2 is 0. So, group velocity is 0. So, Vg is equal to 0. So, Vg is equal to 0 in this case. Yes. What is the meaning of group velocity 0? So, Vg is equal to 0 means no transfer of energy. No transfer of energy. And the wave we formed is a stationary wave or a standing wave. Wave formed is a stationary wave or standing wave. Like this. Wave is like this atoms, position of atoms, like this. So, and this is A. And lambda is 2a. So from this it is clear that distance between this and this atom, this is lambda, and this lambda is equal to 2a. This lambda is equal to 2a. And this is analogous to Bragg's condition. Bragg's condition for X-ray diffraction from parallel planes in a lattice. Okay? At where there 2d sine theta is equal to n lambda, and when n is equal to 1 for first order reflection and sine theta is equal to 1, 2d is equal to lambda. So same here, lambda is equal to 2a. Here is lambda is equal to 2a. So this is same like Bragg's condition. Clear? So waveform is a standing wave. Now next, the very important Brillouin zones. Here k is pi by 2. In the third case, k comes out to be pi by a. K is pi by a. When k is pi by a, so here is k pi by a when omega is maximum, and in left side minus pi by a. So we have studied in Brillouin zones that the first Brillouin zone is formed between minus pi by a to pi by a. K the values of k. Locus of k values unda na, which obeys Bragg's law in reciprocal lattice. That is a Brillouin zones. So k. So minus pi by a to pi by a when k value of k varies, then this is first Brillouin zone. First Brillouin zone. Similarly, from minus 2 pi by a, when we put the values in this, minus 2 pi by a to plus 2 pi by a, this is second Brillouin zone. This is second Brillouin zone. Clear? So Brillouin zones are also formed in this with the help of this relation. Then yes, then omega is equal to 2 V naught upon a. This is also important. Means the lattice behaves like a low pass filter. How? Because it on the frequencies from 0 to 2 V naught by a. Frequencies less than or equal to 2 V naught by a are passed by this, okay, and other ignored. Clear? So it acts as a low pass, or other frequencies blocked. Only frequencies which are less than or equal to 2 V naught by a passed. Okay? So monatomic lattice behaves like a low pass filter. So we have studied so many things: phase velocity, group velocity, and we plot a graph between omega and k. Clear? Low pass filter, Brillouin zones. It's a very important topic for MSc Physics, for BSc, and also in a solid state of MSc Chemistry, and also for CSIR NET. Thank you very much.